What's up, everybody? Just wanting to give a quick update with some of the, short squeeze plays that I'll be watching. So I am first going to start off by mentioning all of the ones that are on the threshold list as of right now. There will be a threshold list update at 11. So that would be something that you guys can obviously look into. Mongo wants to come say hi. Hello. All right, so threshold list, ATER is still on the threshold list. FFIE is a threshold list play. IRNT, EVGO, and SPIR. And then I have been adding in the Google search trends to something that I'm looking for more routinely now. And so on the top 5 throughout, I went through all of these. And the number one was CEI. Obviously, it had a 100% run today, so I would expect it to have a lot of attention. BBIG, which also had a big pre-market run. So that one has a lot of attention too. That's the number 2 one. Let's see, number 3, SDC, which is one that I've called out for a while now. And then number 4, PROG, which is another one I mentioned. Let's see, sleeper list. Let's throw it up there from before. And then OCGN, which is a newer one that I've added to my watch list. To kind of cover some of the big numbers on some of these, or at least the Ortex data. There's a fly. Got him. ATER, 98.03, utilization 39.05. Short interest, 127.98 average cost to borrow. BBIG, 99.69, utilization 31.30. Another fly. 31.30 short interest, 32.94 average cost to borrow. Let's see here. PROG, 99.96 utilization, 54.99 short interest, and 176.62 average cost to borrow. That one is still the highest in this list of all these plays that I've gone over, highest short interest. FFIE, 89.23 utilization, 17.49 short interest, 307.41 average cost to borrow. CEI, 99.12 utilization, 44.39 short interest, 15.45 average cost to borrow, and I believe that is the second highest short interest. Workhorse is one that I've been watching for a while. It's one that I will continue to watch until it shows some strength over 7, I believe, is what I mentioned in my video yesterday or the day before. I'll throw a link to that one up there. 100% utilization, and has been for a while now. 41.44 short interest, which is the third highest on this list, and then 18.51 on the average cost to borrow. EVGO, I'm watching that one, looking for strength to come into that play. I mentioned kind of what I'm watching for on the chart. I'll throw that link up there from a previous video. 98.60 utilization, 27.57 short interest, and 9.88 average cost to borrow. BLNK is one that I mentioned in my previous video because of where it was, and it's made some strength moves. It's looking like it's bouncing. So that one I will be watching pretty closely tomorrow because 100% utilization, 36.52 short interest, and 17.71 average cost to borrow. Let's see. BEEM 91 utilization, 40.58 short interest to 10.72 on the average cost to borrow. That one has a let's see, the fourth or fifth highest short interest, so that's the reason why that one's getting mentioned. I would look for the utilization on that one, or the average cost borrow to climb a little bit before really pushing more into that one. Let's see, OCGN 95.67 utilization, 30.56 short interest, average cost borrow of 5%. That one, because of the search trends and because of the high short interest, I'm watching that one. I'd like to see some more utilization or a higher cost to borrow before really wanting to pour into that one, or if that one got added to the threshold list, it would make it a stronger move. But if that one does also show some strength in it, might be worth getting in on. At the very end of a lot of these videos, more recently I have been mentioning HOOD because of the looks and where the chart's at, but with knowing that the court case and stuff that's out there, it just seems risky to get in on this one. But just for those that 9.51 utilization, 4.28 short interest, 328.29 on the IRNT was the highest cost to borrow with 100% utilization, 8.38 short interest, 581.29 average cost to borrow, which is sizable. MVST is one that I've mentioned before, and I am still tracking. 100% utilization, 15.63 short interest, 295.6 on the average cost to borrow. A couple new ones that have been added to the list. GROM, 100% utilization, 7.77 short interest, 324.26 average cost to borrow. And that one, I believe, is showing, I hope I'm not getting this one confused with another one, but I do believe that one is showing some bouncing from where it was. So that one might be one worth, or that one did make a run. I think I might be getting that one confused with the next one. GROM. Yes, okay, so that one did make a big run. It came down. It looks like it might be basing. It might be making another run. So that one I want to watch in the pre-market and also see what happens tomorrow. But it does look like it is basing around that 450, 440 mark with the up, and I would probably set that as my risk. Maybe get in at 450, 460, risk it at 440. So 20-cent risk for potential $2, so 10-to-1 risk ratio. That would seem, even if for a smaller play, would be worth it. SPIR, 95.77 utilization, 3.85 short interest, 302.76 average cost to borrow. And then the main play that I have been watching this week, and I would need some strength above that 650 mark, would be SDC, 100% utilization, 46.72 short interest, and 124.88 average cost to borrow. It has all three, I guess, areas that I look for when I try to find 99 to 100% utilization. That gets highlighted if it is there. 40 above 30% short interest gets highlighted. It has that, and then above 100% average cost to borrow, and it has that. It has had some strength to it recently. It has it made a run earlier this week. It seems like it's leveling off. If it breaks upward past 650 and really shows some strength moving up above that, I do believe that could squeeze some of those shorts out of that play because they've got to be feeling some pressure already. But that's the info for this evening. If you haven't clicked like yet, by all means, click that like button. I appreciate it. Comment down below any plays that you have made money on that I've mentioned, or any plays that I should be looking into. And from Mongo and I, good luck in the market.